Good morning, TIs. It's Annika Spar. It's 9:51 a.m. on 2/23/2017. I'm going to spend a few moments, and I hope the music in the background isn't troubling because it's very, very, very quieting to me. About the recent slander, defamation, and libel of my person by that group of infiltrators, because that's what they are. I've spent the past 3 weeks, because I was very suspect very early on, because I've been through so much as a TI of these specific individuals, because you can always tell an infiltrator because of their they act like criminals. They lie, they steal, they have no integrity, they make up whatever they want when they want, they attack true TIs, and then they try to, which is what an infiltrator does, they try to filter the real persons in our community, and not just our community, this happens everywhere because it's an intelligence operation, out so that they can lead the community to ruin. That's what they do. Perfect examples of that are folks that have led the civil rights movement since the death of basically everyone true in the 1960s. And if you were to look at the leaders of, let's say, minority rights, minority rights is a good one, I think you would see the consistent same kind of thing that we're seeing in our TI community for the last decade, which is getting nowhere, doing nothing, more and more people suffering, a complete subversion of our human, civil, and constitutional rights. And so these folks who slander, defame, and libel a semi-public personality like myself now have a very big problem, because I have another TI who is very brilliant, who has watched our community for a long time. First noise of the morning, which is really actually quite nice. And he's really clear that that's exactly what I have been going through for 3 weeks. So the folks who have been doing this are going to be sued. All of them. And it's going to be seriously large, because that's what he does. Yeah. So I don't even have to hire an attorney. And not only that, but he and I are working together on the Social Security thing and a lot of things. And because he's had successful results in the past, like I am having, although I'm getting shut down and Facebook's shutting me down, and let's see, the UN, I still can't get through. I'm like calling everywhere over there, because they know that they can't say no to what I'm bringing to their attention. So they're trying desperately not to get it there, because they know they can't say no, and they most certainly can't say no to our moving group. So infiltrators, I'm sharing the word infiltration. Guys, if you have any questions about me, you call me and I will direct you to people who've known me for like 30 plus years. I can assure you that's not me. And do not in any way, shape, or form get deluded by PhDs, MBAs, MDs, blah, 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 all those titles at the end of people's names. That doesn't mean they're not an infiltrator. In fact, I have found that infiltrators normally have that, because that's the kind of authority that the intelligence community tries to lure you with. All those people are good at, honestly, and I'm not saying they're not brilliant, because they are, but they're really good at following orders and doing what the system tells you to do in order to perpetrate the system. That's what that is. So please don't misunderstand me. Authentic TIs, or authentic anyone in any community at any time in any movement, are always to be listened to. They're always to be followed. But don't do that because of these letters beyond their name. That means nothing. And don't do that because they were formerly with the NSA or the CIA or all these places, because you have no idea if they're infiltrators. Because my experience has been, based on the severity of my program, that when you know the goods and you really have the story, you're taken out. And if you're not taken out physically, you are definitely shut down every which way in terms of social media, YouTube, the internet, because I've lived it. I know you have. And anybody who wants to take a polygraph with me, please bring it on. So I will be filing a lawsuit against these individuals, all of them, for perpetrating against my person pretty aggressively now for a month. And I would advise everyone in the TI community who is an infiltrator to stand down, because you are now going to be a defendant. You are given notice. You have 3 days to reply. I'm not naming the folks here, but I will if I see, and I will put it in writing, and I will share it ad infinitum. And nothing will stop me. And I will, but I won't. Yeah, there's another part to this suing thing that I'm not going to share right now. So, I'm sorry I've had to waste your 6 minutes with this ridiculousness, but when people are true and they are actually acting for the benefit of all, and they have the goods on these programs in 4 states and 3 countries, and they have the evidence, really seriously have the evidence, they're going to be infiltrated, and they're going to be filtered out, or at least an attempt is going to be made. And now that my stuff is getting successful, it's so obvious what's going on. It's like really intense. But the good news is that the true TIs, we will prevail. But do not believe slander, defamation, and libel. And if you have any questions of me, you call me directly. We get on Skype, we get on the phone, we go one-on-one. Yes? Yes. And I can refer you to other people who can also give you references of me. And the superficial social groups that these people who have been perping me, that's a whole setup. You got to get the whole thing. And how do I know? Their lives have not been disrupted. And the number one thing of TIs is to make them destitute so they cannot move anywhere. And these TIs have the nerve to put up GoFundMe accounts for you, true TIs who have been mutilated, to fund people who are just fine, who still have their husbands, still have their families, still have their homes, still have their jobs, many of them. And don't believe the stories. Don't believe one story out of these people's mouths. Because the truth is, anyone who acts illegally, because that's what they're doing, and anyone who colludes and is complicit with their illegality is essentially a criminal. Do you want to believe criminals? I don't think so. Take away the word criminal, might be strong. They're lawless. Will you place your trust and faith in the lawless? I don't think you should. I think you have been for 10 years, and I think you're exactly where you would be when you do that, because it's the same. The intelligence agencies have been running these programs for since 1946 and even earlier, but with the FBI, yeah. And in essence, these programs are social engineering programs that keep the wealth in the hands of the very few and the corporations, and basically murder everyone else. I mean, I know that sounds extreme, but that's kind of the bottom line on it. You cannot afford to align yourself with the people who are doing that to you. You're almost dead already, right? Yeah. You must be very careful. Me, I'm taking no prisoners, but I have the names, I have the evidence, and it's going to be a party for me. Everyone create a beautiful day. Spend some time with the word infiltration and infiltrator. And call me at 941-356-8007 or email me at Annie, A-N-I, Kaspar, K-A-S-P-A-R, with any questions that you might have about me or anything I'm doing. And you guys who are doing this to me, ooh, party, party. And just because you have the resources of the intelligence communities behind you, that's all you got. Wasn't good enough to kill me for a long time, or my efforts. And I will not be stopped, and I will act legally, and you will pay. Yes, you will. Thank you, everyone. Blessings, and I'm sorry to have brought this to your attention, but these infiltrators, half of the TI community, at least, are infiltrators. It might be as high as like 70 to 80%, because the true TIs, our claims are like huge, because it's attempted murder, and it's complete destruction of everything. These people don't have that. And last thing, their videos of, that's a telltale sign is bullshit, because guess what? Those of us who are truly targeted, how do I put this? We are so ashamed of what we're enduring and what we have gone through. We try not to share it. Because somewhere we think we're guilty. So the folks that are like up there doing hours and hours of video and doing the whole, and they have the alternative media following them and all that, that's all intelligence. All of it. All of it. Why do I know? Sorry, I'm extending. Because I've been watching carefully for 8 years as they roll these programs out and murder the majority of humanity and life on Earth, and have only their little select group of demonic things. I don't know what to call them, because I don't think they're human. Again, please feel free to call me at 941-356-8007, or to email me at Annie, A-N-I, Kaspar, K-A-S-P-A-R, @gmail.com. And someone mentioned, your teeth. I said, yeah, I lost like 5 teeth, not just from electromagnetics and being tortured every which way from Sunday, but also from when I went to a dentist in Ithaca. He actually destroyed 2 of the teeth in the process. And that was about $40,000 ultimately of work in my mouth, because my mom had taken tetracycline when I was in vitro, and it blew my mouth up. So, sorry about my teeth. See? There. Blessings, everyone. UN letters and next series of letters. Let's go. I'm going to be on Derek's call on Saturday night. No one please interrupt me at all, because I'll just get off the call. I don't have time, guys. I'm too sick. I'm too exhausted. And I've been too attacked for too long. I don't have the time. You need to learn to conduct yourself in a civilized manner. Sorry, I know we've been through hell, but we still have to be civilized no matter what hell we've been through. So, and we're starting our next call, our call, like the core call. Sorry, not my call, the core call. Probably next week, and we're going to cycle through who's going to be running those calls, and we're going to bring you some really awesome information. And the folks who are moving with us, we're going to bring you recovery. Because today, it is so quiet today, I'm saying, wow, what's happening? It's more of a stand down. It's very interesting how this is happening. And great. And maybe it's because I was calling the UN yesterday like 20, oh, sorry guys, like 20 times. And that could be it, because I'm not stopping, and I will get through. So thank you for your time. Look at time. I try to keep these down to like 8 minutes, guys. I really do. Sorry for babbling. I look forward to your UN letters. Please continue to refer people. I'm going to extend it one more week, because we have we keep having people come, and then it's like, I can't explain what's going on. It's like a weird thing, but I guess it just needed more time. But it also gave the opposition time to completely regroup and do their idiocy, like shut down the UN numbers and attack me with this infiltrator group led by a PhD out of Switzerland who stole all of my intellectual property. Sorry, love. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that? Did I say that? Good. Sue me. Sorry. Thank you, guys. Have a beautiful one.